Cause I come from the shot, I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Buju Banton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pour cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
Juicy, what a drums at.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sakai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring.
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Atlanta Falcons taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. Along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
In the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Come on. Hey, Booker 19.
On the counter, here's Algier.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
3 yards remain for second down. On second, here's Algier.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. On 3rd and 2, Rich. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. The Falcons at 14-2 heading into this final week. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They'll get this down to the 38. 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Rich. And complete to Drake London. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich forced out to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rich got his man complete. Moore. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Off play action. Rich. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. On 2nd and inches, Prescott. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Hands it off out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Rich. That's thrown underneath to Algier. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Third down. Here's Algier. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So first down, and they'll stick with Algier. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Rich, hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, Rich throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Algier going straight ahead. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Algier. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Back to throw. Rich escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Atlanta regains possession of the football. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Rich, he's going to look deep for more. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Algier now up the middle. Nice move with the taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys 30. 79 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Algier with another carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Give to Algier from the shotgun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown! Drake London with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Prescott now. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. 3rd and long for Prescott. Flush to his right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Blake Gillikin now. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Rich. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw on 2nd down. Rich. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now a toss play to Algier. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 4th down, Rich over the middle and completes some more. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Looking to throw. Rich. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Right back to Pitts again. And the Falcons are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Off the play fake. Rich. And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 21-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Completes it to Austin. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's got a man, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll throw again. Prescott. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Richie Graham. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had a couple of touchdown passes in that game last week, and he's matched that with 2 in the first half here as his guys start 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun. Rich got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first here. He needed the 35 but didn't make it. They'll get 11 but still a little short. 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
On 4th down, Rich got his man. It's London. Touchdown, Falcons.
Drake London
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Prescott. Flushed out right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Looking to throw. Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Throwing to start the drive. Rich. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Rich. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Wheaton's got it. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver when he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He's up to 70 yards now in this first half receiving as he's got a first down. On the give, it's Algier. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
The last series for them a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 45 on 2nd down, Prescott.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. First down, Prescott. To the right side, complete to Taylor.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again, Prescott. Caught, it's Wilson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Got his tight end, that's complete. That's Austin. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Cowboys are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one That was huge for him. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll kick things off in Tampa. Carolina paying a visit in an NFC South matchup. And it's the Panthers who are out in front. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Daniel Jones, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
Now Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
On second down, it's Cook again.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Prescott steps away to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They'll start by running the option to the right. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Rich.
He's got his man, London, right side.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. From the gun on 3rd down. Rich.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a handoff to Algier. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 119 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
They'll stick with Algier. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Rich. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the hook up here. Complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Algier will try to pick it up.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Back to throw. Rich.
Over the middle, caught by London. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Rich. Buying time to his left.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Operating from the gun. Rich. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Back to throw. Rich. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Rich. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Falcons have opened the lead up to 30. On the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
A first down throw for Prescott. He finds Austin complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Left side, Cook. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Throwing. Prescott. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and they will remain well behind. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rich.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Algier with it. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.